Hi, my name is Kisei, and I'm a resident at the Great Vow Zen Monastery in Oregon. I was wanting to talk about intimacy, and this is it. The fear of being seen and wanting to be seen arising simultaneously. I don't know, I just didn't feel that nervous, and then I sat down and now I feel really nervous.
Yeah, it's scary.
Something about like seeing that, and it brings up the self-consciousness of being alive and having an external appearance and voice that, but of course, like if I'm thinking about it, which I'm doing, if I'm reacting to it, I have some idea of what this experience is going to be like and reacting to it or hesitating around it. But when that's released, it's just a black circle staring at my face, or at least I think it is. But it's like entering into the immediacy of the moment and knowing, like there's a knowing and there's a not knowing happening simultaneously. And in that hold or in that cradle, it's like pure joy and freedom. Even if I'm scared, or even if like emotions arise or I'm having a bad day, like I know now that my mind, I can take refuge in my mind. Like I can take refuge in my heart mind. But it's also true that sometimes what's painful or difficult is right in the forefront. And in a way, it's easier to pay attention to it because we're already putting a lot of attention into trying to avoid it or push it away or not feel it or remedy it in some way, make it go away. If you're open to it, something that's painful that you've been trying to push away, or some difficult emotion that you've been trying to stuff or remedy, when felt, when allowed the space to just say, hey, I see you, I am interested in accepting you for the moment, or exploring what you have to offer, there can be a really deep intimacy there. And what we thought was pain, or what we thought was undesirable, when we're really attending to it, it's just intimacy, the same way that pleasurable things are intimate. But faith in the Dharma asks you to be like alive in the immediacy of life that's always changing, and to recognize that it's always changing. Which I guess if you're working with fear, there's something exciting about that, because you're always on the brink of transformation. But it's every step of the way, there's something catching you. Something catching, and that's what you learn to take refuge in, or to have faith in, that this abyss of nothing, if you want to say that, is filled with benevolence and filled with people or things catching you every moment and guiding you along. And sometimes you do fall. In practicing not knowing and in allowing ourselves to become intimate with our direct experience, we don't know what's going to come next. Like, we don't know what new thing is going to arise that wants to be felt or needs to be felt. And the more I practice, the more I have a refuge in awareness that I can feel whatever arises and just allow myself to feel it. But it's not always easy or pleasant, or the stuff of life flows through, and part of that, which is part of what's so scary about letting go of all the protections and all the shields and armor that keep us safe, the armor of thought and the armor of judgment and the armor of fixed beliefs, is that it leaves us vulnerable to the world and to the stuff in our own minds that hasn't been felt yet. And it will be okay. That's the underlying refuge. Though you don't know what it's going to be, what you're going to be asked to be felt, or what your life is going to bring forward to you to experience. You know, even if this entire time all I could feel was a knot in my stomach and my heart tightened and sweat running down my face because I was that nervous, like the refuge of the Dharma didn't go away. Like, I'm still here sitting in this presence of myself in my own experience, and it's okay.